Good evening, New York City. If you were listening to the show yesterday, you might have heard me talking about the play Eclipsed. Well, that's not all I did over the weekend. I went to the Big Apple Circus on Sunday. I took my kids, my girlfriends, I took like a whole section of people to see the Big Apple Circus. And I have not seen it since my daughter Shayla was a few months old. And Shayla's 21 now, so that tells you how long it's been. The first time I saw the Big Apple Circus, it was on tour. And I was living in another city before I was fired from that other city to the north of us. And I couldn't believe the circus was so amazing because they don't have wild animals in cages. Circuses always make me sad because I don't like seeing bears or zebras or elephants or lions or tigers or anything in cages. And the Big Apple Circus doesn't have any of that. Instead, they have really talented people. Many of the people involved in the circus were kids that were in trouble, kids that were street kids. And the Big Apple Circus has given them a home and given them purpose and given them a lot of acrobatic lessons. So they do flips and they do spins and they dance, and there's a fabulous orchestra. I mean, a really, really talented orchestra. The drummer with the orchestra has been with them for 16 years. And they put on a show that is so fun and so rich and colorful. The only animals in the Big Apple Circus are horses, which are beautifully trained by a girl named Jenny, and dogs. And Jenny was sharing with me that all the dogs in the Big Apple Circus are rescue dogs that she has taken in, and they're her pets. And she's trained them, and they become not just a part of her family, but a part of all the families of the people that are involved with the Big Apple Circus. So if you have not been for a few years, or if you've never been, please do yourself a favor and go to the Big Apple Circus. You will have the time of your life. Your kids will have the time of their life. And if they're young kids, they can actually ride a pony during intermission or after the show. And tell them that Delilah sent you, okay? Because I had such a great time. We'll be back. You're listening to Delilah. Keeping you company on a summer night. I don't know if you were listening to the show when I was talking about going to the Big Apple Circus, but if you have never been to the Big Apple Circus, you should go. Look them up. They're in Queens. A little bit out of the way for some people, but well worth it. The Big Apple Circus has been in existence for many, many, many years. I saw them for the first time, and actually the last time I saw them was when my daughter Shayla was a baby, and Shayla's not a baby anymore. But I took Shayla and producer Janie and my sister Deanna and a bunch of my daughters and their friends. We had a girls' weekend, and we went to the Big Apple Circus, and we had such a spectacular time. Oh my gosh. They take you on a journey, on imaginary trips, across the oceans, across the mountains, by sea, by plane, and the characters in the circus dress up like they were, on a cruise ship in the 20s. Or they were on planes, supposedly. And there's all these performers that do flips and jumps and up in the air, spinning around. It's just wonderful. And the whole circus, you're so close, it feels like you could reach out and touch the performers. They are literally just feet away. It's a very intimate, very small theater, and it's just wonderful. My girls had a spectacular time. My daughter, baby D, little Delilah, who's 7, sat there mesmerized the entire show. She was speechless. Okay, that's not true. Delilah's never speechless. But she had just a great, great time. And it was a family fun event. my friend Donna reminded me about it, and I said, hey, I haven't been to that for years. So we went. If you have a chance to go to the Big Apple Circus, please tell them that Delilah sent you. And when you see the beautiful woman that's riding the horses, the blonde woman that rides the horses and they do a whole section with these dogs. Those are her dogs that she rescued. These are all rescues. And she has trained them so adorably to do all these tricks around the arena. So there's no lions and tigers and bears caged up. There are beautiful horses that have plenty of room to roam on her farm. And there are all these dogs that she has rescued and trained. And it is such a loving. You can just feel the love between the characters performing and the horses and the dogs and the whole cast. Tell the orchestra director that Delilah sent you, because I just enjoyed it so much. And of course, get a caramel apple. We'll be back. You're listening to Delilah.